Well, there is definitely the chance for a little bit of dry lightning here in the Bay, but I think the bigger chance is easily going to be over the Sierra, and that is where a lot of fires are currently burning, like the ones towards Reno, a lot of them in the foothills, but as you can see, moderate air quality for a lot of the state, and you can see a lot of smoke is going to continue to make its way again throughout much of central and eastern California. But in the Bay Area, because of our stronger onshore winds, it's protecting most of us from seeing the worst of the air quality. So the onshore winds that are only going to strengthen over the next couple of days will push the worst of the smoke off and away from us. But again, what we are more concerned about is the potential for maybe an additional wildfire to spark for us. And the reason is because there's a storm system and a little bit of monsoonal moisture that's moving overhead. You can literally see these clouds moving from south to north across the Sierra, and they're only going to strengthen with even more moisture on the way, but not necessarily a whole lot of rain to go along with it. And even if some rain does fall, some lightning strikes could potentially still spark wildfires up in the Sierra and maybe even some wildfires here in the Bay Area. So let's take a closer look at when the cloud coverage is going to be arriving for us and exactly what we think we are going to be expecting over the next 24 to 48 hours. Right now, it's quiet. It is calm. Nothing to talk about in terms of thunderstorm development. We're looking at a little bit of that marine layer that's hanging tight to our coastal communities. And it's keeping our temperatures nice and comfortable, especially compared to the past several days when we were sitting in the 80s, 90s, near triple digits. Hey, I think we can handle upper 70s to low 80s, even low 60s right now in downtown San Francisco. Compared to just 24 hours ago, you're definitely feeling at least a degree or two cooler for most of the Bay. And again, it is going to continue to cool down for basically all of us over the next several days as more widespread cloud coverage moves overhead and a little bit of moisture, mainly from the monsoon. It's not a whole lot of moisture. If we are going to see anything, the best potential is going to be mainly along the coast and a little bit of drizzle. It's really not going to be a whole lot. But again, if anything does spark, I would say especially down over the Santa Cruz Mountains, our North Bay Mountains, inland East Bay, that will be where the driest fuel is on the ground and where the highest potential for anything that does spark to spread very, very quickly. And that cloud coverage is going to continue to be expansive, widespread throughout the day tomorrow and into Thursday. And look at that. You see that little bit of blue? That is the potential for an isolated dry thunderstorm. Again, I would say over the Santa Cruz Mountains, probably the best potential. Lower elevations definitely could see some drizzle to go along with it as well. So it's something we'll keep a very close eye on into early Thursday. But along with the rain, or along with the chance for maybe some light drizzle and dry lightning, comes a big cool down. Temperatures are going to be significantly cooler. This is tomorrow afternoon. Highs inland are only going to be in the low 80s. And then look at Thursday. Gets even cooler with that stronger onshore wind that's going to pick up. Those microclimates not nearly as in full of force. And look at those high temperatures inland, places like Antioch, Fairfield, Livermore. You're not even going to reach the 80-degree mark on Thursday afternoon. And Friday is going to be a very, very similar day when it comes to our temperatures. So please be aware it is going to stay cool through the end of the week and into the weekend, or at least cooler than average. 70s isn't cold by any means, but it's definitely feeling a lot more seasonable compared to the triple digits that we saw just a few days ago. And it's going to stay seasonable through the weekend and into next week. There is just a huge pattern shift when it comes to that heat dome that was sitting overhead. It is pushed off and away from us. We're getting more storm systems. We're getting more monsoonal moisture. We're getting stronger onshore flow, and that's keeping our temperatures a lot more comfortable, if not a few degrees below average, upper 60s to low 70s along the coast with a lot of fog to talk about over the next several days. Wind gust anywhere from 20 to 30, maybe some 35-mile-an-hour wind gust along the coast. Temperatures staying in the mid to lower 60s out there. So it's a lot more typical foggist weather that is going to continue throughout the next week of weather.